fake attorney contacting you guys on Twitter. So if you guys have received email messages of somebody claiming to be an attorney, at least representing me, I can't really speak for Mick. Please inbox me on my Twitter or Instagram. Share that information with me. I got my legal team, and I'm hiring a private investigator to figure out who is behind sabotaging at least my channel. And I hope Mick watched this video so he can figure out exactly who's targeting.
Caitlin Clark has dramatically transformed her digital presence, flooding social media platforms throughout recent weeks. The basketball star appears to be reconstructing how fans perceive her online persona through constant engagement across multiple channels. Clark's social media behavior represents a significant departure from her previous approach. During her collegiate years, she maintained relatively minimal online activity and rarely shared personal thoughts publicly. However, current patterns show a complete reversal, with the athlete posting frequently and interacting with various topics beyond basketball. Recent Twitter activity demonstrates this shift clearly. Clark commented on Indiana's football program, writing congratulatory messages about their coaching staff and expressing hope for their success.
Out exactly who's targeting his channel as well. Someone has been targeting our channels. I'm having a meeting with YouTube in the next coming weeks. A Zoom call with YouTube executives to figure out what exactly happened to my channel over here, and to speak about other channels. There has been a lot of guys buying views, buying hype, and we need to have these things be addressed because it alters the algorithm of YouTube. So if you're viewing something and it's not real numbers or real accurate.
She retweeted supportive content from Lynn Dunn, showing enthusiasm for the Hoosiers' performance. Another post expressed her desire to see specific celebrations if the team secured victory, mentioning she wanted Fernando performing in the locker room following a potential win. She also shared a general message wishing Indiana football the best while indicating her support. The Chicago Bears also caught her attention, with Clark describing their recent performance as insane following a particularly impressive showing. Her commentary on various sporting events shows expanded interest beyond her primary focus area. These posts arrive daily throughout mid-January, marking consistent engagement rather than sporadic updates. Instagram reveals similar patterns of increased visibility.
Of YouTube. So if you're viewing something and it's not real numbers or real accurate, it makes subscribers think that that's an accurate video, accurate title. So we're going to not just for the WNBA, but it's other things going on in my other channel too, where it's people kind of exploiting the genre with fake numbers that has to be exposed. So we're working on that. But more importantly, if you guys out there has been contacted by a fake attorney, my attorneys will not contact you via social media. We're going to contact.
Clark has actively utilized the stories feature, making herself substantially more available to supporters through this medium. Her recent activity includes birthday tributes to close friends, referring to them affectionately while sharing throwback images from earlier periods. The post appeared just hours before being documented, showing real-time engagement rather than scheduled content. Additional Instagram content from previous weeks included year-end summaries and reflections. However, the most notable aspect involves the overall attitude adjustment visible throughout her posts. Clark displays enthusiasm and personality that previously remained hidden from public view. Fans have responded positively to someone using her as their phone background, while her support for Indiana University athletics demonstrates growing connection to her professional home region despite attending Iowa for college.
My attorneys will not contact you via social media. We're going to contact you via email or send a cease and desist to your home address or something. I will never send a cease and desist or anything like that through a social media, through like a Twitter message, through like an Instagram message. I just won't do that. If I'm going to take any legal action, it's going to be via email or via serving you at your home workplace or something like that. But if you guys have been contacted, please send me that information so I can get.
This behavioral transformation represents exactly what observers had hoped to witness from Clark much earlier in her career. The increased accessibility provides followers with regular content while maintaining excitement around her personal brand. By actively participating in conversations beyond basketball, Clark keeps herself relevant during the extended off-season period caused by ongoing collective bargaining negotiations that threaten the upcoming campaign. The strategic shift serves multiple purposes simultaneously. Clark maintains visibility despite not competing since July when injuries ended her season. She builds stronger connections with Indiana supporters, embracing the state's sports culture across different athletic programs. Her commentary on various teams and events creates talking points that extend her reach beyond dedicated basketball fans into broader sports audiences.
Guys have been contacted, please send me that information so I can give it over to my attorneys, because we're working on a major lawsuit and possibly criminal charges for somebody that is trying to sabotage my channel. And another thing is, before we get into this, we have to talk about the people unsubscribing and resubscribing. It's like I lose 30-40 subscribers a day. If you guys are unsubscribed from the channel, be sure to resubscribe. And just like I stated, there has been a bunch of stuff going on behind.
Additionally, this enhanced online presence helps sustain momentum during uncertain times for women's professional basketball. With the 2026 season status remaining unclear due to stalled labor talks, Clark's active social media participation keeps fans invested in her journey. The consistent posting schedule ensures her name stays circulating through sports media cycles even without on-court action to discuss. Clark's willingness to share more personal moments, such as friendship celebrations and casual observations about sporting events, humanizes her beyond the statistics and highlight reels. Fans gain glimpses into her personality, interests, and relationships that previously remained private. This accessibility fosters deeper connections between the athlete and her audience, strengthening fan loyalty during an extended absence from competition. The timing of this image reconstruction appears deliberate and strategic.
Bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes with people like not being able to subscribe, not being able to watch the content. I know I say a lot of things on this microphone, man, but nothing is more detrimental to me than hurting the Caitlin Clark genre. I'm not here to hurt the genre, and I'm pretty sure Mick ain't here to hurt the genre either. We're two of the biggest voices in this entire genre, and for somebody to sit here and take that voice away is beyond me. Caitlin Clark get affected.
Major developments loom on the horizon, including anticipated sneaker releases and potential Super Bowl commercial appearances. Rumors suggest an upcoming reveal will showcase Clark's signature shoe design during the championship game's advertising slots. Building social media momentum ahead of these promotional events maximizes their impact when they arrive. Her current approach demonstrates understanding that modern athletic success requires more than exceptional performance. Maintaining public interest demands consistent engagement, personality display, and strategic visibility across platforms. Clark appears to have embraced this reality, transforming from someone who avoided the spotlight into an athlete who actively cultivates her digital presence. The shift also reflects maturity and comfort with her professional status.
Affected by these type of acts and things, Caitlin herself is doing her part to keep her hype alive. She got big time sneakers that's coming out. Allegedly, there is going to be a reveal for the Super Bowl commercial. We can finally see how Caitlin Clark's shoes are going to look, is what I'm hearing behind the scenes. And that's what this video is going to be about. Caitlin Clark kind of reshaping and redefining her image. We know Caitlin Clark really.
College athletes often maintain conservative online profiles, but established professionals frequently leverage social media as business tools. Clark's evolution suggests growing confidence in managing her public image while balancing authentic self-expression with brand considerations. Supporters have noticed and appreciated these changes, responding enthusiastically to her increased activity. Comment sections fill with positive reactions to her posts, whether discussing football games, sharing birthday wishes, or simply acknowledging her presence. This engagement creates cyclical benefits. More posting generates more interaction, which encourages additional content creation. The transformation extends beyond posting frequency to content variety. Rather than limiting herself to basketball-related material, Clark comments on multiple sports, personal relationships, and general observations.
Caitlin Clark she really didn't talk a whole lot on social media when she was in college. She really didn't say a whole lot, but as of lately, she has been saying a bunch. And that's what we're going to talk about. But yeah, guys, I've been in a funk about this. When I found out somebody was trying to pretend to be a lawyer, and real quick, man, before I share all the stuff with you guys for the case, if anybody share my video on social media, I'm fine with that. If you want to share my videos on Twitter, Instagram, it's my.
This diversification prevents her feed from becoming monotonous while showcasing interests beyond her professional focus. Fans discover shared passions, whether supporting Indiana athletics or following professional football, creating additional connection points. Clark's redesigned digital strategy demonstrates evolution in how athletes approach public engagement. The days of maintaining distance from fans have given way to accessibility expectations. Athletes who master this balance, remaining visible without oversharing, authentic without controversy, build stronger brands that transcend their playing careers. Clark appears committed to developing these skills during what may prove an extended period away from competition. Whether directed by management advisors or reflecting personal choice, this strategic shift positions Clark advantageously for whatever comes next.
Versus the Miami Hurricanes. Did Unrivaled even get 60,000 viewers last night? You got to wonder. I mean, I barely knew this happened. Seriously. But, and by barely knew, I'm going to tell you what happened. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Check out blackwhitenetwork.com for exclusive memberships and video. Another exclusive.
If labor negotiations succeed and the season proceeds, she returns with heightened fan investment. If delays continue, she maintains relevance through consistent presence. Either scenario benefits from the foundation she's currently building through transformed social media habits that showcase personality, passion, and accessibility fans had long hoped to see. Recent events provide compelling justification for why Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and others who prefer avoiding physical altercations choose to skip unrivaled participation. Beyond the inferior 3x3 basketball format that generates minimal interest, these athletes compete before microscopic audiences. Viewership barely scrapes together 110,000 spectators. Consider how many people actually tuned in during last night's broadcast when competing against the national championship featuring the projected first overall NFL draft selection against Miami Hurricanes.
Another exclusive Matrix and myself member video went up today. So we all remember the thug known as Marina Mabrey. That's right. Oh my goodness. White trash herself. Marina Mabrey, of course, played with the Connecticut Sun last year. We all remember the shove to the ground, the slam to the ground. Let's call it what it is. She runs full steam into the ground into...
Did Unrivaled even attract 60,000 viewers? The question deserves consideration. Awareness of the game's occurrence was limited at best. Marina Mabrey's reputation as an aggressive player remains well established. Her problematic behavior continues unabated. Mabrey competed for Connecticut Sun during the previous season. Everyone recalls the forceful contact incident, the violent collision
into the ground into Caitlin Clark. And this, of course, this was the J.C. Sheldon game. This was the game where Sophie Cunningham, put the Steven Seagal Aikido move towards the end of the game on J.C. Sheldon. Right here. Let's just have a little flashback. You're going to see Mabrey come rushing in right there in all of her trashiness, slamming Caitlin Clark to the floor. Now,
describing it accurately means acknowledging she charged at full velocity into Caitlin Clark, slamming her onto the hardwood during the DeJohnai-Carrington game. That same contest featured Sophie Cunningham applying defensive pressure on Carrington near game conclusion. Mabrey rushed forward, displaying her characteristic reckless approach, throwing Clark down violently. This incident alone demonstrates precisely why Clark avoids this competition. Why participate in a league populated predominantly by athletes who harbor animosity toward you? That essentially describes Unrivaled's composition. The league comprises primarily that small segment, that minority portion of remaining original WNBA enthusiasts.
Slamming Caitlin Clark to the floor. Now, again, if you want to know why Caitlin Clark's not playing in this league, Exhibit A. I mean, why play in a league with mainly a bunch of players that can't stand you? Because that's really sort of what Unrivaled is. It's made up of a bunch of, that little minority, and I'm saying minority fandom that's left. The original.
They probably appreciate Unrivaled because it consists entirely of players attempting some approximation of legitimate basketball. Marina Mabrey questioned Courtney Williams about her toughness. Williams responded affirmatively, reading that exchange caused significant cognitive decline. The confrontation escalated immediately. Mabrey possessed the ball during the incident. The situation unfolded predictably.
And fandom that's left, the original old WNBA fans, they must love Unrivaled because it's just a bunch of, yeah, I guess you can call them sports players, basketball players, playing some facsimile of basketball. Marina Mabrey asked Courtney Williams if she's about that life. Court tells her, believe that. I just lost all kinds of IQ points reading that.
Replaying the moment confirms expectations. Mabrey behaves exactly as anticipated. Completely classless behavior. Brittany Griner appeared visible during the altercation. A Griner sighting occurred. Courtney Williams presents as notably masculine. The impression suggests Unrivaled actively desires this conduct, believing such confrontations represent authentic basketball competition.
Just lost all kinds of IQ points reading that. They got into it. Let's go. Right here, that's Mabrey with the ball. And here we go. Bugging it up. Woo! Bugging it up. Let's just get a little replay. Mabrey is exactly, she is who we thought she was. Trash-tastic. That's right. Oh, you go, what are we doing? Oh, was that Brittany Griner? That is, we've got a Brittany Griner sighting.
This isn't entertaining basketball whatsoever. The incident transpired before dozens upon dozens of attendees present. Absolutely remarkable. Marina Mabrey demonstrates zero personal growth or learning. Once that WNBA collective bargaining agreement receives signatures, perhaps immediately afterward, Caitlin Clark returns to competition and the targeted aggression resumes against the Indiana Fever superstar. Everything begins again. The mistreatment, the violent behavior, all those elements.
Griner sighting. We've got a Brittany Griner sighting. Courtney Williams. Isn't she a stud, bud? Am I going crazy? Yeah. And what kills me? You get the sense this is exactly what Unrivaled wants. That like this, they think this is basketball. That this is basketball right here. I mean, yeah, I don't want to watch that crap.
Consider her game total last season and count the incidents. 4 separate situations occurred across roughly 13 to 15 games. Practically every third contest involved someone targeting her. Marina Mabrey, Dejonai Carrington, Tina Charles, Angel Reese. One confrontation followed another continuously. Most of these individuals participate in unrivaled competition, yet confusion persists regarding why Caitlin Clark supporters and Indiana Fever followers refuse watching this basketball product.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that crap. Seriously? Seriously? By the way, that happened in front of tens and tens of people out there. Nah. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Marina Mabrey has learned nothing. Guys, they will no sooner get that WNBA CBA signed.
Attempting to enjoy basketball shouldn't require witnessing unnecessary physical altercations on the court, the trashy spectacle of everything involved. However, certain fandom segments apparently desire exactly this entertainment offering. Seeking such content means switching to professional wrestling that provides the authentic experience. Well, scripted authenticity, but the point stands. At least expectations align with flying clotheslines from elevated positions happening deliberately rather than during basketball competition.